Hey everybody, it's Cece. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, we are doing a tutorial today. So I'm actually going to be recreating a look that I posted a couple of weeks ago, and it was using a majority of products from Motives Cosmetics. This was actually a submission into their makeover. They do like a makeover of the month type of promotion thing. So this was actually a look that I did for that, and even though I did not get chosen as a finalist for that, a lot of you did like the look and you guys were asking about like the products that I use and you guys wanted me to do a tutorial on it. So this is the look that I posted. If you guys have not seen it, I did post it on pretty much all my social media, and like a lot of you guys wanted me to recreate it, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, my skin is already prepped and ready for makeup. I've done, my skincare, cleanser, toner, moisturizer, and I have applied my brows. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're gonna start with some skin prep per usual. So the first thing I'm gonna start off with is this Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. So I'm going to be applying this all over my face for smoothing primer. I'm going to go in with my Lumiere Pore Minimizing Serum, and I only do like a half of a pump because you really do not need a lot for this. So I apply this to areas that I definitely have more visible pores. So definitely my forehead, my entire nose, because my nose is just awful. It's just filled with pores. My cheeks, and whatever is left, I put on my chin. So as you can see, like one pump definitely covers your entire face. And then because my skin has most definitely had like some dry patches lately, I am going in with the Skintelligence Skin Perfecting Complex. And this is the sample size that you can get in the sample set. I most definitely need to get the full size because this stuff right here is so awesome. So I just apply it to just areas that I know that I'm gonna have more dry patches, and literally one drop covered every area where I have dry patches on my face. So this stuff is really good. And then to prep my lips, I'm just going to take a little bit of this Motives 40Y lip treatment, a little teeny bit, because this is a very intensive lip treatment. So I'm literally just going to take about that much on my nail. Just enough to cover my lips. And to prep my under eyes for under eye concealer, I'm going to be using the Sunday Riley CEO Rapid Flash Brightening Serum. This is a sample that I got in one of my Sephora plays, I want to say. So I'm just going to take like that much and just dab it underneath my eyes. And I'm going to apply a little bit to my eyelids too, because my eyelids have been really dry lately. So let's go ahead and get into this eye look. So I'm going to start off with my Motives Cosmetics eye base, which looks like that. If you ever use like the matte Painterly paint pots, it's pretty much the same thing, but I prefer this one. And this just comes in one central shade for all skin tones. So I'm just going to take a flat concealer brush. You don't need a lot. I just dip my brush in like twice. And I'm just going to apply this to the entire eye area and then rub it in with my finger. And this is just going to give us a nice base for the colors we're going to be working with. And if you do have like veins and discoloration, this is going to cancel all of that out. It just makes for a smoother eyeshadow application. And this is really good because you don't need to set it with a powder, so I just go right in with my eyeshadows. The palette that I use for that particular look is this one by Motives Cosmetics. It is the Motives Mavens with Love Elements color box. So this is what it looks like. It has a really nice size mirror, and then this is the palette itself, if you guys have not seen it. So I really do enjoy this palette. This has definitely become my everyday eyeshadow palette since I've gotten it, because like, look at how freaking huge those pans are. I mean, you've got neutral shades, you've got black, you've got a couple of like warmer shades. I mean, it's just so much you can do with this palette. So I'm going to be using this BH Cosmetics V5 blending eyeshadow brush. So the first color I'm going to take is this white shade right here called Birch. And I'm just going to apply that all over. For my transition shade, I'm going to take the shade right next to it, and this shade is called Native. Same brush, and I'm just going to start lightly applying this to my crease, and then I'm going to build up the color. So as you can see, that's one swipe, and that is a straight up pigment, girl. Yes. For this look, I did use a lot of glitter on my eyes, so I definitely didn't want to go like super heavy with the like transition and crease colors. So I just used that particular shade, and then I cleaned my brush off, and then I went in with this gorgeous plum shade right here called Bordeaux. It's like a plum cranberry-ish kind of shade. So for that, I used a brush similar to this one, just kind of like an eyeshadow brush. So I just used this brush just to get the product actually on my crease, and then I'm going to go back in with that blending brush and blend it all out. Just to clean up the inner part, because I kind of went in a little bit further, I'm going to go back into this white shade here, get a little bit on my concealer brush, and just lightly apply. So that way it looks a little bit cleaner, but you're not really taking away from the look. I'm going to actually go in with this Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm going to apply this to my lids and take it up a little teeny bit just to kind of do a cut crease, but not really. It's just kind of like cleaning up that area a little bit. Which I need to get another one of these too, because I'm like almost out. So I'm going to take about that much flat concealer brush that I used earlier. And I like doing this step because it just kind of gives you a nice guide for where you need to apply, like how far up you need to go when you do your glitter. So it's not really a cut crease, but I just kind of like to define my crease a little bit more so I know how far up to go. So now for the star of the show, the glitter that I used that particular day is one of these Motives glitter pots. It looks like that. And this particular shade is called Karma. So so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So with my glitters, I do like to use a base. So for my base, I'm actually going to use a different eyeshadow than the one that I used before. I really don't think it's going to make a difference though. The one that I used before came out of my Anastasia Aurora Glow Kit. I think I used this one called Helium. I'm actually going to swatch these two side by side and see which one I prefer. So that's Helia right there. It's actually a highlight. The one I was thinking about using is from this Motives Lala Faux Court palette, and these shades do not have names, but I was looking at using this green one here, which is definitely a little bit deeper. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be too dark, so I think I do need to stick to my original plan and use the one out the Anastasia palette. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am actually going to wet my brush with the Motives 10 Years Younger setting spray. So I'm gonna get some eyeshadow on here first, and then I'm gonna wet my brush. And I'm just going to apply this all over to the lid and a little bit above in the crease, just so I know exactly where I want my glitter to go. Oh my God, this color is everything. It is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Clean my brush off. As you can see, I'm using these same brushes, so you do not need a million quadrillion brushes for this look. So I'm going to open up my glitter, and it already has like a little sifter kind of thing inside, so I just pour it into the top and use it that way. So a little bit in the top. What I like to do, just to ensure that there is minimal fallout, because this is a very finely milled glitter, it's not chunky at all, I go back into my Too Faced glitter glue. And it's already on my lid, but I like to actually apply this on my brush as well, just to make sure we have, because you're gonna have some fallout, but the least amount as possible. And then that kind of helps with you getting glitter like inside your eye and stuff like that. So as I'm applying this, I'm literally just dabbing it on my eye. I'm not swiping. You definitely get more color payoff if you dab it versus swiping it on. What the glitter looks like. So we're definitely going to clean it up at the very end. The liner I'm going to use is by Ciate London. I got this in my IPSY this month and I haven't used it, so I'm definitely curious about this. So it's most definitely a felt tip liner, so let's see how this applies. So it looks like it applies pretty nice to the eye. I never really like to use a felt tip liner for wings. So what I usually do is just kind of tight line and then go back over with my liquid liner. Like really wrinkly eyelids, and it doesn't appear to be like tugging at them, which is really good. So for my actual liner, I'm going to use this Motives liquid liner in black. And because this is a glitter look, you can go as bold or as thin with the liner as you want to. Alright, so that's what I'm looking like with the liner. So now I am gonna, I mean, come on, we have to do falsies, like we have to. So I'm gonna start by applying this Marc Jacobs mascara, just to kind of prep for falsies. Now for lashes, I'm going to be using these lashes right here. I got these at my local Marshalls. They look like that. These are the Pro Beauty Lashes for Days Pro Lash in the style High Drama. Looks like that. So I already have a pair in my little lash case, so I'm just going to apply those. So I'm going to pack these babies on, and I'll be right back. You guys, so lashes are on. Glue is still drying, but lashes are most definitely on. Like, girl, when they say lashes for days, they was not lying. I love these lashes. So let's go ahead and clean up this eye area so we can get started on the face. So you guys already know how I get down with my Motives makeup wipes. Obsessed with these, absolutely love these wipes. Unfortunately, I have not perfected the art of doing glitter looks without glitter just being all over my face everywhere. There's still glitter on my face after I use the makeup wipe. So if you guys have any suggestions at all for how you can do that, please let me know. Go ahead and get started with the face. So I already have my primers and everything already on, so I can go right in with foundation. Foundation I'm going to use today is my absolute favorite, Milani Conceal Plus Perfect 2-in-1, and I am in the shade medium beige. Now this particular look, I want it to be just very, you know, fresh glowy skin, so I'm going to also be taking my Peter Thomas Roth 24 Gold Pure Luxury Lift and Firm Prism Cream. Oh my god, that is a super long name. But this is basically a illuminator and highlighter. So I'm going to take my little pad here, my little, what do you call this thing? Mixing plate, I guess. And I'm going to take 2 pumps of the Milani foundation and a little bit of the Peter Thomas Roth and mix it together just to get my skin, you know, just looking nice and youthful and glowy without being like overly, you know, like greasy, and I don't like that kind of look, but I do like just a nice glowy kind of look. So I'm going to use this Wet n Wild stippling brush to mix it together, and then I'm just going to start applying it all over my neck and my face. Now I'm going to just blend in all that foundation. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques buffing brush, 10 Years Younger spray. Do a couple of sprays on that just to help it all blend together. Alright, so now we're going to go into the under eye area and the high points of the face and start highlighting. So I'm going to be using my Kat Von D Lack It Concealer Cream. I am in the shade L11 Neutral. Oh my gosh, high end, holy grail. I absolutely love, love, love this concealer. So with this, I do like to go all the way in here just to give myself a natural contour, because I really don't like to contour my nose, honestly. But since I've been pregnant, I kind of like have to, because my nose has just spread on so many levels since I've been pregnant. It's ridiculous. So I definitely need to get a new one of this because I'm like almost out. A little bit down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. So now I'm going to take my makeup sponge. This is the L'Oreal Infallible one. Oh my gosh. If you have not tried this, you absolutely have to try it. It is a dupe for the Beauty Blender. I actually like this one better because with this one, you only have to wet it like, I think I wet mine like 5 to 6 times versus the Beauty Blender. You have to get it really, really wet. And I just feel like this does a better job than the Beauty Blender. So I like my under eye to be on a couple minutes longer, just to really like get a chance to set into the skin. So that's why I do the other areas first, and then I start with my under eye. Actually going to take my Motives banana powder to set my under eye in all of the places basically that we applied concealer. So I'm not really baking, I'm just gonna press this into the skin with my Beauty Blender, just to make sure that this is not fading or creasing throughout the day. Alright, so I'm going to set my entire face with this Motives Cosmetics Filter HD powder, which I'm obsessed with. I absolutely love this powder. And because this is a HD powder, a lot of HD powders have flashback. This has no flashback. So if you're looking for a really good no flashback type powder, you definitely want to check this one out. All right, so let's go ahead and start bronzing and contouring. I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics Forever Nude Sculpt and Glow palette. I'm going to take this shade right here for my bronzer, and I'm going to be using a Motives Cosmetics powder brush, but I definitely love this for bronzing. I like to take an angled brush like this, go back into that Motives banana powder that we used earlier. I like to go directly under the contour line. Just to clean it up. So for blush today, I'm going to take this Seraphine Botanicals Lychee and Gold blush that I got in my IPSY. And this is their, I guess the shade name is called Lychee and Gold, I guess. But I'm going to take that same in gold brush that I used earlier. I'm just going to clean it off on my little pad here. And apply that to the apples of the cheeks. It's a really pretty brush. I'm going to use my Artist Couture and Jackie Aina La Peach, which I have not used this in a while, so I definitely want to show La Peach some love today. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. Did not mean for that to happen. Jesus. Okay. Well, somebody's gonna be highlighted today, like, yeah. You see it. Yes, girl. Okay. So, highlight is on. So, I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I have not used this. I haven't even opened it. I'm going to try this out today. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Finish Setting Spray. Yes, girl. Wet n Wild then came out with a matte finish setting spray. So, I'm going to try this and see what I think about it, because I did not like their other one they came out with, so hopefully I like this one. So let's try this. Alrighty. So I'm going to put a little bit of liner on my bottom waterline. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade 0. I'm going to actually, where's my palette? I'm going to set that in place with this black shade from the Element palette called Raven. So I'm just going to take a little small brush like this. And set it in place. I'm going to go back in with the mascara, and the mascara I'm going to use is this Sephora Lash Craft Mascara, which I really do like for bottom lashes. Now for lips, so that particular look that I did, I used a pinky kind of lip shade with a gloss on top. Start with this Clinique Velour lip color in the shade Happy. So that is what that looks like. I really don't care for this lipstick because it's very drying. I mean, it goes on like a super, super matte. I love the color. I just don't really care for the formula. So for the gloss, I'm going to use this NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the shade Madeline. Okay, you guys, this is the completed look. I absolutely love the way that it turned out. I hope that you guys do too. And definitely let me know in the comment section down below how you are feeling about the look. If you like it, if you want me to do similar looks, definitely let me know. And I will link all of the products that I use down below, as well as a coupon code that I have for you guys to get the products if you just do decide to purchase them. And that way you'll know everything that I use. So yeah, I will link all of that below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button, girl, and join the CC squad so that you are never in the dark when I upload future videos. You get that notification right away. So definitely go ahead and do that. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will talk to you very soon in my next video. Bye.